Alright, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing boneless pork chops. I've got 5 here because we got a bonus pack, and this is, well, half of what's in the pack. I'm going to freeze the rest of it. These are relatively thin, and part of the problem is we don't eat a lot of pork because it's so hard to get it cooked but not get it overcooked, and that's what sous vide style absolutely excels at. Now, I'm about to put it in, so you'll notice I have not marinated it or seasoned it and then let it sit in the fridge. I find that changes the outside texture a little bit. As with anything else, we're going to have to season it up, cook it, and then give it a sear just to get some color on it. I'm using this seasoning here you may have seen in my other video. It's essentially a homemade version of Montreal steak seasoning, or you can just use some pepper, some salt. You can put a marinade on it, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to season these up quite a bit. I want some intense flavor here out of this. And then we'll throw them in the bag. Now, as always, this is a Ziploc. This is non-BPA. And I don't have one of the vacuum sealers, so I just am going to use the immersion method to squeeze this air out. Now, I'm not terribly concerned about if they get on top of each other because we are going to squeeze the air out, and well, that should keep everything in contact with the hot water. Let's talk about temperature real quick. My research is this is the first time I've done pork chops, and my research shows that if you do under 140, the texture's off a little bit. It's a little slimy, might be a word. And if you get over that, it gets overcooked really, really quickly. But 140, and that's what we've set us for. And you can see I'm doing it for an hour and 15 minutes. Generally, my research shows over an hour, but less than 4. So let's get it in here. Push it down, squeeze the air out. And then put a clip on it. Make sure it doesn't float, and we will come back and check on it in an hour and 15 minutes. Alright, so it's about time. I'm going to get the skillet already heated up, and this time I'm going to use a little canola oil. I've had a lot of advice, people saying don't use butter so much, it smokes. Whoa, mercy, that's too much. But anyway, we're going to get that nice and hot, and we're going to get over here and take a look at how the pork chops turned out. So as with other sous vide, doesn't come out looking that great, which is why you got to give it a little sear. But ooh, it smells fantastic. A little stuck together. Let's do this. Let's pick that one. Oh, look at that. That color. Absolutely fantastic. Alright, let's wait for the oil to heat up and we'll get this thing searing. And almost forgot, the most important part is once you take it out of the bag, it's got a lot of moisture on it. So as we learned with our previous attempts, got to take a paper towel, whoops, just pat these things nice and dry before you put them in to sear them up. Alright, so just starting to smoke a little bit. Yeah. Now we're going to put these in here for only about 45 seconds each. Not too long, you don't want to start overcooking it. All right, and that is just about perfect for me. Took these out a little earlier because they were cut. I didn't give it too much of a sear because I'm afraid of overcooking it from this point. So slice these up, put them on a plate with some probably mixed vegetables tonight, and there you go. Easy hour and a half dinner.